Hey everyone, welcome to another video. Recently, I was doing some research on high dividend paying stocks, which I like the most. And I was thinking why I am liking those stocks over growth stocks. Say, for example, a Zomato or maybe any Adani stocks where the growth is very high, but uh, there is no dividend income from those stocks. So I was thinking why. I mean, I'm naturally inclined towards uh, dividend paying stocks. So I thought I will do some deep dive onto it, and I found a few interesting points. So I thought I will discuss that in today's video. So when I say dividend paying stocks, I did one video where I am owning four stable stocks and two SME stocks, and all four stable stocks are dividend paying stocks, right? ITC, Castrol, Gulf Oil Lubricant, and VST Industries. I own all these four stocks, and all of them actually pay a decent dividend income. And I was thinking, okay, what actually made me buy those stocks, or why I am interested in those stocks, right? So the number one reason that I found is that these stocks are less volatile compared to other stocks. Exceptions are there. I mean, right now, recently during the market fall, ITC had fallen heavily. Even other stocks, Gulf Oil also fallen. But if you see the historic charts of these stocks, you can see that um, the beta, or the volatility is very less. So that means your portfolio is not uh, going up and down with massive spikes and falls. You can more or less predict. So, for example, if you had invested 1 lakh rupees in these stocks, not just these stocks, I'm saying mostly the dividend paying stocks, they are less volatile and mostly stable. Obviously, I mean, I'm not at all talking about the growth aspect, I'm talking about the volatility aspect, right? So, that actually gives me, good peace of mind, where I don't see any, maybe a 15 or 20% drawdown unless the market falls drastically. My portfolios are actually down by 30%. That is because my major portion of investment is into that SME stocks, and those stocks had fallen, right? One AIK pipes had fallen heavily because of that. My portfolio is down under 30%. But if I only take my stable uh, four stocks, they are in maybe -1% or -2% down. So this actually gives me a good peace of mind. My portfolio won't, go up drastically or go down drastically. This is very important for me, right? And second point is that dividend income is giving me good cash flow. So for me as an investor, I need cash flows from the businesses that I am owning, because I don't want to exit like short term. All these bets I am taking for a very long term. I don't want to buy and sell after maybe 1 year or 2 year when the stock rallies maybe 2x or 3x or whatever, because it's very hard to find such stocks and invest into such stocks. Even if you invest, even if you enter into that stock, you never know when to exit. I have talked about it in my previous video, where why it's very hard to invest into growth stocks, especially for the reason that, at least for me, it's very hard to understand when to exit. So I would rather invest into dividend paying stocks where the growth is satisfactory or minimal, but it gives me stable income through dividends, and it gives me stable stock appreciation uh, for the next 10 to 15 or 20 years. I am thinking in that range, right? So that is the second point. But of course, there is a disadvantage for investing into dividend paying stocks. The thing is that dividend incomes are taxed at your bracket, I mean tax bracket. When you are in the 20% tax slab, you will be taxed in that slab rate, right? So that is a disadvantage. But for me at the moment, uh, the financial situation that I am in currently, I am okay for that. For me, that cash flow from the stocks through dividend is extremely important. So I can actually reinvest that money, right? I mean, into the stocks, buy more of that. And another added point, this is what I learned when I did that analysis on those stocks that pays high dividend. Most of the time, these stocks are available for cheap valuation, a PE less than 20 or 15. Why is it so? So what I found is that because these companies are slow growers, they don't grow aggressively. Investors are not keen on investing into these kind of stocks, and they are not ready to pay a premium for these kind of stocks. And due to these reasons, I am getting all these stocks for cheap valuation, which is very important for me, right? One of the biggest criteria for me to buy a stock is the valuation should be cheap. I should have a margin of safety, right? That's the approach that I follow, the classical value investing approach. So I have to miss a lot of stocks. For example, Titan, DMart, Nestle, all these businesses are very good with strong balance sheet, strong growth. But if I take their P ratios, I am not comfortable to invest. Of course, Titan had given good returns even after staying at high P for a very long time. Same with that's not the same case with DMart, but Titan uh, is actually giving very good returns. That is because Titan is growing at 25-30% every year, even during the last, uh, even after the COVID rally, right? I mean the COVID time. If you take the 10-year, 15-year growth, Titan is continuously, consistently growing at 25%, which is very rare in the Indian stock market ecosystem. So, yeah, what I'm trying to say is that there are very good businesses, but the valuation is very high, which I am not comfortable to invest. So these dividend-paying stocks, you know, it's actually good for me, right? I mean, I like such stocks, and they are available for cheap valuation. So I am ready to buy it. I am more than happy to buy those stocks. Obviously, after going through all the fundamentals and understanding about the business model and how well the management performs. So yeah, these points make me inclined towards investing into dividend-paying stocks. What are your favorite stocks? I am actually eager to know. Many people I talked, one stock that is common in many of their portfolio is Zomato. Uh, so I understood that 2-3 years back it was some Adani stocks. So people chase whatever is uh, the hot picks of the current market, but excluding that, there will be certain characteristics where people like to invest. So, do you have any such things? For example, maybe some people like banking stocks, sectoral allocation. Some people do. Some people like momentum stocks, where for some brief period of time, the company shows a good growth and they ride that rally. That happened with Trent. right? I think last year or last year, trend was rallying like anything, and many people had invested and actually got benefited out of that rally. There are different styles of investing. That's what I was asking. What's your favorite kind of investing, or what kind of investing style that you choose? Do comment below. More than happy to hear that, or at least want to hear some thoughts of people, right, around the investing community. So yeah, that's what I want to talk in today's video. If you're liking my content, again, do subscribe to this channel. I will come up with another video shortly. Till then,